Hello and welcome back to Dad's Bedtime Stories. This is episode 2, The Lava Planet. If you like it, subscribe below. And just close your eyes and imagine that it's you in the story. Imagine waking up in the morning. Beep boop beep bop beep boop boop beep bop boop. Huh? What's that, you think? Spaceship? Is that you? Yes, it is me. I want to go on an adventure. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. What? Okay. Well, what kind of adventure do you want to go on? I want to go on another space adventure. Okay, you say to the spaceship, but my parents got kind of mad last time when I wasn't home and they didn't know where I was. I have a solution. Really, you say? What's that? I have created a robot that looks exactly like you. You what? You ask the spaceship. I created a robot that looks exactly like you. I believe it will be able to pass as you while we are gone. See? Robot, come here. Suddenly your bedroom door opens and in walks you. Or at least something or someone that looks exactly like you. What the? Hi, says your robot clone. I'm you. Who are you? I'm me. Who are you? I'm a robot. I'm gonna pretend to be you while I'm gone. I'll do everything nice and your parents are gonna love me. Okay, well, seems like it'll work to me. Alright, well, don't forget to clean the bedroom and do all your chores, you say. Let's go, spaceship. You run outside with spaceship flying after you. Spaceship, it's time to get bigger. Doing so, says spaceship. The spaceship starts to grow. It glows yellow and gets bigger and bigger and bigger until it's the size of the full-sized spaceship. Again, it changes back to its normal color. The back of the spaceship opens and a platform comes out. You walk into the spaceship and everything looks just like you remember. Up at the very front is the command center. There's a kitchen, a living room, a playroom, a library, and even room for sleeping. Well, this should work. Hey, spaceship, how long is this adventure you have planned? I am going to take you to a very exciting planet. Really, you ask? How exciting is it? It is incredibly exciting. I think you will like it a lot. Okay, you say. Well, let's get going. You jump into the control seat. The steering wheel and speed lever pop back out. You press forward on the speed control, and the spaceship lifts up off the ground and blasts straight up through the atmosphere. Looking behind you again, you can see the world getting smaller and smaller until it becomes just a dot in the background. Whoa, we're really going fast now. You pass Mars and keep going faster and faster. How fast are we going? We are not even going full speed yet. Soon we will switch to super hyperdrive. Our planned destination is 1 week away. What? You say? A week away? I don't have that kind of time. My parents are going to wonder... Well, I guess my parents aren't going to wonder where I am. Okay, well, I guess we can do this. Will the robot go to school for me too? Yes, says the robot. I have programmed your robot to be exactly like you in every conceivable way. including getting the same sorts of marks on schoolwork. No one will know the difference. All right, I trust you, robot. What do I do while we fly this far? Just sit down and relax. You could play video games, you could play with your toys, or you could read a book, suggests the robot. You spend a little time playing video games, watching TV, and then you think, I'm starting to get a bit hungry, robot. What can we do about that? Come to the kitchen. You go to the kitchen, and the table opens up, and out of the table comes a plate filled with all your favorite foods. Just imagine yourself eating some of your favorite foods. Imagine what they taste like, what they feel like in your hands, and just slowly and mindfully eat them. This is delicious, you think. Beep, 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 beep. Alert, alert, says the spaceship. What's going on? I just realized that I'm running low on power. You're what? I thought you were a magic spaceship. You run low on power? Yes, I run on power crystals. They can be found in many places. Locating the closest location now, says the robot. Location found. Up on the screen appears a planet. The planet looks like it's on fire. It's entirely covered in lava, with flames shooting out of it now and then. It actually looks a little more like a sun than a planet. Okay, so I have to go there and get a space crystal of some kind? Yes, a picture is going to be displayed of what the space crystal looks like. Up on the screen appears a picture of a crystal. If you can find a pure crystal, it should last us for a very long time, depending on how many things we do and how much energy we use, says the robot. Okay, well, set a course. I guess we have no other choice. Setting course now. Suddenly, the spaceship switches direction and jumps to super hyperdrive. Everything starts to swirl around the spaceship. You see stars going by at an incredibly high speed. And then it stops just as suddenly with a whoosh. And you're flying right above the planet of fire and lava. Let's head down, you say. The spaceship flies down towards the planet. Okay, can my spacesuit help me survive? Yes, says the robot. Your spacesuit should be enough to handle the hot weather. You will have to look for the crystal manually by yourself, as my sensors will not work here. Okay, you say. Let's get going. You and the spaceship fly down towards the surface. You press the button on the side of your watch, which makes your spacesuit start to fold out of it, covering your arm, then your body, your legs, your other arm, and your head. When it's finished, you look down at your arms and legs and notice the armor covering them. You remember that all you have to do to hover is think about flying. When you do, you start floating up in the air. The back of the spaceship opens and you fly out. You start flying all around the planet, looking left and right, but all you can see is lava. flames shoot up every now and then that you have to dodge. I believe the crystal should be around here somewhere, says the spaceship. You look really closely until in the distance you see something shimmer. That must be the crystal, you think. You start flying towards it as fast as you can. You skim over the lava on the surface, and when you're almost there, something jumps out of the lava. A huge, fiery glob of lava. Except it seems to have arms and eyes and a giant mouth that's just dripping with lava. It swings its arm towards you and you dodge out of the way, flying up and out of there. Oh no, you say to the spaceship. It seems like the crystal's being guarded by some kind of lava monster. I was afraid of this, says the spaceship. You were afraid of this? You say to the spaceship. You didn't even mention anything about this to me. Don't you think this would have been relevant information to have? Oh, be quiet, says the spaceship. I will send some help. The spaceship sends 10 different robots flying out of the back of the spaceship over towards you to help. The robots start fighting the giant lava monster, flying around, shooting it with blasters that they have, but nothing seems to do anything. The lava monster quickly demolishes some of the robots by hitting them with the lava. They melt instantly or break into pieces, until only 2 robots are left. This isn't working, you say to the spaceship. We need something else. What do we fight lava with? Cold or something like that? Yes, that's a good idea, says the spaceship. And can't you come over here and help yourself? You're a magic spaceship. Also a good idea. Why don't you get back inside? The spaceship flies over, and you jump or fly inside it. Okay, what kind of other weapons do you have? I am not sure. Just use your imagination. Okay, can you transform into anything else? Yes. What can you transform into? That's up to you. Huh. Well, can you transform into a giant robot? Yes. The spaceship starts to glow all around you, and it transforms into a giant robot. Huh. How do we control the robot, you ask? You can control it with your mind. Put on this helmet. A helmet drops down from the ceiling. You put it on and close your eyes. When you open them again, you see through the eyes of the giant robot. Whoa. When you try to move your arm, the giant robot arm moves. And when you try to move your leg, the giant robot leg moves. Just like when you were flying with your spacesuit. All you have to do is think about flying to go from place to place. You practice a little bit, and then decide it's time to get this guy. You reach behind your back and pull out a huge sword. Well, this should help, you think. You run at the giant lava monster, swinging your sword quickly through the air. The lava monster tries to hit you with its hand, but you chop off its lava arm with ease. Well, that was pretty cool. Unfortunately, the arm grows back almost immediately and shoots back at you, hitting you right in the chest. It doesn't hurt at all because, well, you're a robot, but it does seem to be eating away at your metal a little bit. That's not very nice, you say to the lava monster. Spaceship, I think we need another plan. Cutting this thing up isn't going to work. You put your sword away. Do you have any kind of, I don't know, like freeze gun or anything? Yes, turning on freeze gun mode. Suddenly your arm starts to glow and it transforms into a giant blaster cannon. You point it at the lava monster and shoot. A big blue beam of light hits the lava monster and starts to turn it into rock. You fly around the outside trying to hit every part of the lava monster. It gets slower and stops moving as the rock starts to encase it completely. Before long, the lava monster has turned entirely to stone, frozen in the position it was in, reaching up towards you. Well, that takes care of that, you say. Transform back into a spaceship. The spaceship starts to glow around you and changes form once again. The helmet pops off and you see through your own eyes again. You and the spaceship fly down towards the power crystal. It's on a platform that's not covered in lava. You get out of the spaceship, walk over to the crystal, and pull it out of the ground. You bring it back onto the spaceship and say, "Where do I put this?" "Put it in here," says the spaceship. Up out of the ground pops a podium with just the right space for the crystal. You stick it in the top of the podium and it starts to glow. You hear a hum of power. Well, that should work. Let's get back to it. You and the spaceship blast back off, out and away from that planet. Estimated time of arrival, still 1 week. Okay, well, I'm going to bed, you say. It's been a long day. You go over to the bed in the spaceship. You pull down the covers and climb inside. You pull them up to your chin. It's one of the most comfortable beds you've ever had. It feels just the way your bed feels in the morning when you're super relaxed and you really don't want to get out of it. Up above you is a viewing screen where you can see the space fly by. The spaceship jumps to super hyperdrive, and you watch the stars quickly pass by. Your eyelids become heavy, and you allow them to close. And you allow yourself to drift off into new dream adventures while you listen to the sound surround you.